Are you trying to find ways on how to incorporate minimalism into your financial life? Well, great, you've come to the right channel. My name is Kevin, where I make videos every Tuesday and Friday, guys, on personal growth tips, financial tips, and guys, minimalism tips. Consider subscribing down below, guys, if you're trying to find any way and tips for weekly content, guys, that will help you leverage yourself in the future. So you may be wondering how you're going to incorporate minimalism into your financial life. Am I right? Well, if that is the case, guys, I'll be sharing with you guys 4 tips on how you can do so. Alright guys, so step number 1 is keep it simple. So I know when talking about your financial life or anything to do with money and finances, it sometimes gets overcomplicated. Minimalism is all about living a simple life, guys, and cutting out any type of unnecessary costs. But guys, I know that we've all been taught that simple equation that is spend less than what you make. But I know that that simple equation can sometimes be very hard to follow. That is the equation that we must incorporate in our life if we're trying to bring minimalism into our financial life. And making sure that we prioritize our absolute expenses, such as our shelter, our food, our transportation, maybe something to do with our healthcare, anything like that we cannot live without paying for, is something that should be on our top number 1 list. But any other expenditures and things that we instead just want to have are things that should be budgeted on. Alright guys, so number 2 is stick to the budget. Sticking to the budget, guys, is one of the easiest ways, although it may be hard to actually stick to it, but once you actually are sticking to your budget, it is one of the easiest ways to make sure that you're spending less than what you make. And guys, if you're trying to incorporate minimalism into your financial life, maybe consider asking yourself this number 1 question, guys, that is, what are you spending your money on currently? By writing things physically down will actually kind of be more urgent, and by doing those things and following those steps. So guys, that is the number 1 thing to do when you're trying to create your budget. Okay guys, so number 3, guys, is question all your purchases. By incorporating the minimalist approach into your financial life, you should always question yourself before buying that item. And guys, don't just buy that item and become an impulsive shopper. And guys, for the economy, guys, of course, becoming an impulsive shopper, it would just boost up sales for all the companies, but guys, for your pockets, it is not the best way to go. And guys, most of us trade our time for money. So guys, when we're trading our time for money, it is ultimately that we're also trading our freedom for that object. 3 questions that you can ask yourself is, does it bring meaning to your life? How often will you use it? And will it make your life much easier? By asking yourself these 3 questions, guys, it will ultimately allow you to change your future mindset before you actually purchase any type of item. And guys, don't ever fall in the scam or the trap, guys, that a lot of marketers use into saying that this is
the one in a lifetime opportunity to go and buy my product, because if you don't buy it today, guys, and you come back tomorrow to want that same item, it's gonna be double, triple the price.
Unfortunately, guys, prices don't work like that, and they can't just double an item just because they want to. It's ultimately what is sometimes the customer is willing to pay. And guys, they ultimately have to be marketing their items compared to all the other competition. Alright guys, so step number 4 is get rid of useless items. Most of us, guys, unfortunately own things that we probably have not used in a very long time. And guys, I myself have done that and still probably own things that I have not used in the past 90, 60, even 30 days. And guys, an easy way to see that is to incorporate the minimalist rule of the 90 to 90 day rule, where it will allow you to spot unwanted clutter. Pick up an item, guys, whatever item that you think is just pure clutter, and just ask yourself, have I used this in the 90 past days? Or do you see yourself using this item in the 90 days in the future? Answers for that question are no. Then consider probably just selling those items and getting some cash, guys, to pay down your debt, which will ultimately get you to a debt-free life much more faster. In conclusion, guys, having a minimalist approach in your financial life will actually pay off in the long run. So guys, just take a little picture of yourself, guys, right now, and picture yourself not having to work as much, possibly because you have so much unwanted debt and just unnecessary debt to pay off. Make sure that you try to use any type of, extra additional savings into making sure that you can live a more passive income life. And guys, trying to get that passive income will ultimately allow you to get closer to financial freedom, where I think a lot of people will love to be, and guys, will not take away from your time, your precious time, guys, that you currently have today to spend, either with your family, on learning new skills. Possibly you want to take a new venture, start a new business. Maybe you're just looking for time to just relax with your spouse, with your loved one, whoever it is, guys. Making sure that you use your time as wisely as possible is ultimately going to leverage yourself. And guys, by looking at things with a more of a minimalist approach, whether it's in your finances, in your life, budgeting, everything like that, will actually allow you to have more personal growth. And guys, you'll be saving money. Also, leverage yourself in personal growth. There's no downside to this at all. And you may be asking yourself, Kevin, how am I going to be increasing my personal growth if all I'm just trying to do is minimize my costs and just, have a more minimalist approach when it comes to my financial life? Well, guys, if you have more of a personal control, which is an aspect of personal growth, it will actually allow you to have more self-control in the future purchases and what you're really seeking out of life. Comment down below what other videos you would love to see next. Hope you guys love the content, guys. My name is Kevin once again. I make new video, guys, every Tuesday and Friday, guys. So if you have not subscribed, guys, make sure you smash the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next Friday, guys. Peace out.